Here we go. This really is to warn you people, if you're going to rebuild the Jaguar IRS, it's not as simple as you think. Not super complicated, but you do have to pay attention. And there is a lot of shit that goes into this rear end. You can see here from what I've got laid out, and we'll go down there and show you. So we have the two H shafts, for want of a better word, and we have the two drive shafts. Now these have all been powder coated, as you can see, but you know, there are edges where the powder coat got through, so they've all got to be cleaned up, the same as the threads for where the grease nipples go. Grease nipple. Oh, we like nipples. Well, female nipples anyway. So they've all got to be cleaned up. Same applies here. These shafts, you know, they've got to be cleaned up. It's not a terrible thing to do. It's not super time consuming, but you've got to do it. And the same here. Okay? And these brackets here, these are the ones that hold the differential. That little baby over there that's waiting for me to attach all this shit to it. Then we have the hubs. Now the hubs, again, they've got to be cleaned here. Not terribly, but they've got to be cleaned, and you've got to get the bearings in. Also here. You know, this isn't a 5-minute job, guys. You've got to take your time. Get it right. Now, aluminum is a porous piece of shit and is very difficult to powder coat. So I'm afraid, you know, you do get these odd little blisters. You can live with that. Same in here. I've got to clean all this out in here. And then, you know my baby, you know my bugbear, put a self-tapping screw in there. Stop that grease from coming out there. I've powder coated the differential cover. I wasn't over, what should we say, cautious about it. I got a little bit of a blemish there. These are not staying on the vehicle, so I'm not worried. They're just done so that the owner can sell them. Got these two lovely brake caliper, handbrake, emergency brake, as you guys call them, forks. And I gave them a quick coat of lacquer. Made them look kind of pretty. This is the seal for the differential, which will be dealt with. That's just some gasket goo. These are the cups or the caps for the shaft. You know, they'll go together, and I'll rivet. Oop, nope. If I get it the right way, I will. With it. But anyway, you get the idea. And I've got the nice new plastic grommets in there. So it's like, you know, they're a pair, they're a pair, they're a pair, they're a pair. And these are the rivets here, ready to go in. These are the bolts for that plate over there. These are for the brake pads to hold those in position, even though it's an imposition. These pins are for, again, for the brake pads, as you are well aware, because you're not stupid. And these are the retaining, what do you want to call them? Tabs, washers. You know, they go with these babies here to stop the nuts from undoing, and you don't want your nuts undone. Then we have the two main output shafts, well, hub shafts, whatever you want to call them. What else do we have here? The seals for the differential. So we've got to get, the seals and the bearings there. Got to get those in place. And we have these with the shaft for the fulcrum end. The main bearing there. My locking wire. These are a couple of pieces that the customer wants put on, but I may not end up putting those on because there are certain things in the way, and he probably wants to deal with that himself. This is the second handbrake mechanism that belongs with this caliper here. What have we got here? Oh, this is just the old shit. I keep the old shit just in case. Oh, and also the what I call Jubilee clips. What else do you call them? Hose clamps, whatever, that go on these little babies here. We have the two seals that go on the inside of the differential over there. So they're ready to go in, and the two main shafts that cover the bolts. Here we have the it's a GM drive shaft coupling. This isn't the one that's going on this particular differential, because I've already dealt with that one, and it is currently sitting in my freezer without the wife's knowledge, because she's away, so that I can put it on that differential, and this one will be for the other differential that I'm working on. And I have the two main bolts and washers there, and the two main shafts. Here we also do have the original shims that I'll be putting back on once I've cleaned them up, and another box of bag of bolts and shit. I keep that until the end. Here we have the two rotors, and here we have the 4 universal joints. Here in this little box is a nice set of brake pads that will be going on the rear brakes. Whoop-de-doody, he says. Over here, oh, no, let's leave that for the moment, is a caliper that has already been set up, but it doesn't have the fork on and the locking tab. Those I will be fitting as and when I fit this all together. Underneath it are 2 rotors that are ready to go on. Okay, if your head isn't fucking spinning now, it should be. This shit stuff all has to go together in a certain order. I will be doing this next week. It's not a 5-minute job. Oh, well, I know all you did was put it together. Oh, that's about 20 bucks. No, because I put it together, and when I put it together correctly. And as you can see, with all of this stuff here, that's a lot of shit. And it's not just a case of putting it together, you have to make sure it fits. You know, you come here. All right, so I'll clean out this, and then I'll put the bearing in there. Okay, great. So I do the other side. Okay, great. And then I gotta put, hang on, where is it? This little packet here with the bearing, the seal, the nuts, the washers, the tube, everything in there. And then I have to set it to make sure that it has the correct clearance. Guys, if you don't know what you're doing with this, either A, read it and make sure you know what the fuck you're doing. Is it ultra important? Maybe not, but you want to do it, and you want to do it right. Same as these shafts, you know. Do I need to clean that away? No, not really. I could just hammer it in there. But why would I do that? That's not the way I fucking work. You know, you look at these 2 little beasties here. Now, they belong on that differential over there. I have marked them L and R. You probably can't see it. Does it matter? Probably not. They're 2 cast pieces that are pretty much identical. They do have shims, and I will be putting those shims back in to the correct position. Why? Because that's the way Mr. Jaguar made it. Why did he do it? Well, I haven't got a fucking clue, in all honesty. Does it matter so much? No, it probably doesn't. Purely because this is not going back into a cage. So it really probably doesn't matter, in all honesty. But there it is. So these little beauties, this pile of pieces, oh boy. I mean, and I look at it and go, oh my God. But work at it, you work at it methodically, and you get there. It's slow process, step by step. The gentleman that I'm doing this for is always saying, do it once, do it right. And I totally agree with that kind of attitude. I believe I am giving him a reasonable price to do all of this. I hope he thinks so, because once I finish this one, I then move on to the second one that he wants done. And if he's not pleased with this one, he sure as ain't going to be pleased with the second one. And then we have a disagreement, which, in all honesty, I don't think we will, because I think he appreciates what I do. I certainly appreciate that he doesn't bitch and moan about every dollar that's spent, because he wants it done right and I want to do it right. Hang on a second. Now I can't get to the place I want to get to. I was going to try and get over there and show you the differential. I can't do that right now because my Mark II's in the way. Yes, I'm a Jaguar freak, as I'm sure you guys have already discovered. Okay, hope this wasn't too boring for you. We've got a long way to go on this. Got a lot of things to do, a lot of interesting pieces to put together, a lot of cleanup to do. I'm not going to show you me cleaning up the shafts here, you know, so I can get the UJs in. I might show you me putting the UJ in. I don't know. You know, it's like, you know, I'm going to put a pipe in here that I took out. Do you really want to see that? You know how to put a pipe in. You know, putting in the grease nipples there. Nipple, nipple, nipple. Oh, love nipples, female nipples, lovey. Sorry, getting carried away again. Stop that, you dirty little bastard. But look at it. Wow. Look at this beautiful. Oh, this is so fucking beautiful. It is so nice to work on clean parts. It is so nice to work with a customer that says, yes, let's do it. As a aside, I work on various cars, modern cars, unfortunately. And everybody tries to save $1 here and $1 there. This particular customer appreciates what is needed to get it as it should be. These are not going back in a Jaguar. Shame on you, customer. I'm just joking. These are going in a hot rod. And he wants it to be right. And it will be, as best as I can do it. So, there you go, guys. All right, as you can see, big ass packs of shit to get in the car. Oh, one thing. Oh, let's have a quick look. I haven't opened these yet. I have not opened these rotors. And I know it's silly, but I want to look at them. Ouch. A big chunk of steel. So what's the matter with me? Am I weird? Yeah, I'm weird. I like steel. Look at these babies. Okay, they're covered in grease, you know, and I'll clean that off before I put them on. But they're better than the, I want to almost call it like a 3-piece rotor, where there was like 2 outer edges and then the main piece. These are much better now. Can't wait to get this thing together. And I can't wait to give it back to the customer. Not because of, you know, getting paid, which of course is a bonus, but hopefully to see the smile on his face when he says, fucking hell, oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it was worth the effort. It was worth the money. That's, to me, that's worth more than the money itself. Yes, I mean, it's nice to get the money. Of course it is. But to actually get a customer to look at all of this put together, and then he comes and goes, oh, fucking hell, Gary, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much. That is worth its fucking weight in gold. I'm not rich. I'm not famous. You know, I don't push out songs that people will remember forever. But I put these videos out with me restoring these parts. And who knows, maybe in years to come, when I'm dead and gone, someone will look at these videos and go, fucking hell, that was good. I enjoyed that. All right, on that rather somber note, I'm terribly sorry. Let's say, you know what's coming. Like, comment, subscribe, get out in that garage and do some shit.